Welcome back to Auto VIP, the place where car lovers come to get the latest news, deep dives, and honest takes on the hottest rides hitting the streets. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to stick around, because today we're talking about something that's already causing a storm in the car world, the 2026 Lexus LFA. That name alone sparks excitement, and we're going to cover everything we know, what we expect, and most importantly, the price and whether this new LFA can live up to the legend. So buckle in, let's get into it. The original LFA, released back in the early 2010s, was a unicorn. Lexus only built 500 of them, and they poured a ridiculous amount of time, money, and engineering into it. The result was a naturally aspirated 4.8-liter V10 that screamed all the way up to 9,000 revolutions per minute, delivering one of the best sounds ever to come out of a car. The body was built with extensive carbon fiber, the suspension was razor sharp, and it felt like something Toyota and Lexus engineers had built, not for profit, but for pure passion. Back then, it cost about $375,000, which at the time was shocking for a Lexus, but now, used LFAs can easily go for over $1 million. That tells you how special it was. So when whispers started floating around about Lexus working on a new LFA successor, fans lost their minds. Could they really bring it back? Could they capture lightning in a bottle again? Well, we're now at a point where spy shots, concept cars, and inside sources are giving us a clearer picture of what the 2026 Lexus LFA might look like. And let's just say, it's shaping up to be one of the wildest cars we've ever seen from Japan. Let's start with performance. If you're hoping for another high-revving V10, it's time to let that dream go. Emissions regulations and the march toward electrification make that nearly impossible. Instead, all signs point toward a twin-turbocharged V8 paired with some form of hybrid system. Depending on the final setup, we could be looking at power numbers north of 800 horsepower, maybe even close to 1000 if Lexus pushes the envelope with electrification. Think about that for a second, a Lexus with Bugatti-level horsepower. That's insane. Lexus has also been teasing their electrified sport concept, a fully electric vision that could inspire some versions of the LFA. So don't be shocked if we end up with two trims, a one hybrid V8 and one fully electric model. Performance estimates are eye-watering. 0 to 60 in the low 2-second range is what insiders are whispering. That's hypercar territory, competing with the likes of the Tesla Roadster, Rimac Nevera, and even Ferrari's SF90 in hybrid trim. Top speed could easily crack 200 miles per hour, and with modern aerodynamics, active spoilers, and lightweight carbon fiber construction, handling should be every bit as sharp as the original, if not better. Lexus knows they have to deliver something unforgettable if they dare to use the LFA name again. Now let's talk design. The test mules and spy shots we've seen are heavily camouflaged, but we can make out some bold shapes. Expect the new LFA to carry over the dramatic lines of the electrified sport concept. Think long hood, wide stance, aggressive intakes, and a rear end that screams race car. Large diffusers, a ducktail spoiler, maybe even active aero elements like moving wings are all on the table. Inside, expect a driver-focused cockpit with high-end materials, advanced digital displays, and Lexus's signature attention to detail. This will not be just another supercar interior, it will be crafted to feel futuristic and exclusive. Alright, let's get to the part everyone wants to know, the price. The old LFA was $375,000 a decade ago. If you adjust that for inflation and factor in the cost of modern hybrid and electric technology, plus the fact that Lexus will likely keep this extremely limited in numbers, we're talking serious money. Most experts are estimating a starting price around $450,000 to $500,000 in the United States. That's the entry point. If Lexus does a higher trim with more horsepower, track upgrades, or a limited now on Quarterburgering style package like they did with the old LFA, that could easily push the price into the $600,000 or even $700,000 range. In other words, this will not be a car for the faint of wallet. It's aimed squarely at collectors and enthusiasts who want something rare and special. And remember, those are just base prices. By the time you add taxes, dealer markups, and options, actual purchase prices could be way higher. Just like with the original LFA, where dealers picked who even got a chance to buy one, Lexus will likely control distribution tightly to ensure the car goes into the hands of the right customers. If you're dreaming about walking into a dealership and casually ordering one, that probably won't happen. These cars are going to be extremely limited and extremely hard to get. So, what would ownership be like? First, the positives. You get exclusivity. Everyone recognizes the LFA name, and the new one will instantly become a halo car for Lexus, maybe even for all of Japan. You also get cutting-edge technology. Hybrid V8 or full F, active aerodynamics, advanced lightweight materials. This car will be packed with the latest innovations. And of course, you get performance that rivals or beats supercars from Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, and even hypercar brands. But there are trade-offs. This won't sound like the original V10. The hybrid or electric powertrains just won't deliver that same spine-tingling exhaust note. For purists, that's a loss. Maintenance and repairs will also be expensive, and servicing might only be available through select Lexus performance centers. Insurance? Outrageous. And as for resale, while the car will likely appreciate over time, the initial cost of ownership will be astronomical. Now here's my personal take. Lexus isn't just building another fast car. They're building a statement. The original LFA was Toyota flexing its engineering muscle, showing the world they could make a car that rivaled the best from Europe. This new one will be Toyota and Lexus showing they can build a world-class hybrid or electric supercar that can compete in a future dominated by electrification. They know it has to be special, because otherwise, the LFA name means nothing. So I believe the 2026 Lexus LFA will not just meet expectations, it might exceed them. If it really delivers on the rumored power figures and if Lexus manages to keep weight low and handling sharp, this could be one of the most exciting cars of the decade. So what's the final word on price? Expect a starting figure around $500,000, with higher trims stretching well beyond that. For most of us, it'll remain a dream car, something we see in videos, car shows, or maybe parked at Pebble Beach. But for the lucky few who can afford one, the 2026 Lexus LFA will be an instant icon, a collector's piece, and possibly one of the last halo cars before the world fully shifts into electrification. That's going to wrap it up for today's deep dive. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Lexus should have gone all in on electric, or are you glad they're keeping a hybrid option? Do you think $500,000 is too much for a Lexus, or does the LFA name make it worth it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Autom VIP, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next upload. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Until next time, stay safe, drive hard, and keep dreaming big.